You ready, Constable Pipeline? Ready to roll, Sergeant Chekhov. Constable Carpel.
Ready as a letter, Sarge.
Constable Stork.
All set to get out there and bust heads, Sarge.
I wish you were joking, Danny. Well, there they are, Inspector. 2.5 of Vasco's finest to grab the whole dirty town on a rowdy Saturday night.
Don't worry, Sergeant Chekhov. 2.5 top constables can handle Vasco. As long as we can pull off the hot coffee, plenty of baked goods. Alright, let's do the drill. Constable Pipeline.
Cruise the bars and watch for drunks, drug users, dealers, pimps, and whores, sir!
Good. Constable Carpel.
Cruise the main drag and watch for traffic infractions, break and enter, sir.
Fine. Constable Stork.
Cruise the schools, parks, and playgrounds and watch for vandals, loiterers, stalkers, and kids out past curfew, sir.
Alright, Sergeant Chekhov, send them out there.
Hit the streets, constables, and remember, be friendly and fair, but be sure to beware. It's Saturday night, and anything can and will happen.
Geez, Sarge, you sound like my mother.
Thought she was your mother, Tommy.
Sarge is everybody's mother, right, Sarge? Right, now let's get out there and try to be good cops. Let's go.
Anybody come look at the payphone yet?
Yeah, Maxwell said they're sending a repairman to take a look at it.
Good. We gotta let every perp that comes through have their one phone call. We'll make sure it's heckin' using the phone in my office.
Shouldn't be too much longer, I'm sure we can make do.
Alright, I'll be in my office, Sergeant. Don't call me unless it's an emergency. I've got a mountain of paperwork to finish before tomorrow morning's deadline and a headache to match. Not like the good old days. These were like working with people.
You got it, Inspector.
Evening, Sarge. Jeez, this place is a mess. Why can't people wipe their feet?
When people come into a police station, they're too worked up to notice their feet, Marty.
Maybe so, Sarge, but I've been cleaning this cop shop for 10 years and it ain't getting any easier. My back's shot, I got arthritis in my knees. It's still 10 years till I can retire and my old man can't work no more because of his eyes. He's legally blind now.
Listen, Marty, when your shift's over, I'll buy you a cup of coffee and a piece of pie and we'll talk about it, alright?
You're a saint, Sarge. I would have quit years ago if it weren't for you. You treat me good, I'm not like some old mom jockey.
I ain't the same, Marty.
Well, better go sweep out those cells. Time to be filled before the night's over.
You got the truth.
Excuse me, hi there. I'm Dave Roman from the Vasco Telephone. I'm here about broken vision.
Yeah, this one right here. Please do the best we can to have it working as soon as possible.
Sure, I'll try. Good name, you know?
I sure hope not.
Get in here, Coco.
Let go of me!
Get in here.
Let's go of me!
Good evening, Sergeant Chekhov.
Evening, Miss Function. Total trouble again?
Yep, shoplifting non-prescription pills right next door. You're pressing charges. That's right, Sarge. Time to bring her in.
Too bad, Coco. I thought you'd broken the habit.
Which habit? Drugs or stealing? I got more habits I know what to do with. You want one of them? Like me and having 2 damn fortified pills for night headaches.
You want aspirin? Press me for help. You don't gotta go stealing them.
You're not my mother. Don't talk to me down to your kid.
Alright, look, Coco. The sergeant is only trying to help. We're all just trying to help. You need to calm down.
Yeah, right. That's what you get paid to do. If some paid to serve your ass, that's what you be doing instead of trying to help.
Look, Coco. Don't touch me. The only thing, Coco, the only thing between you and the juvenile detention center is me, okay? So try being polite.
Yeah, right. You make me sick. Playing up being a social worker, little rich girl here trying to make yourself look good by putting on my life.
She didn't make us feel that aspirin, kid.
She looks awful tired of this function.
Well, yeah, she's been wandering around the streets all day. She refuses to go back to the shelter.
I want to go see it for myself. I want to see what it's like.
Can't do it again. It's against regulations. I gotta get the complaint report from Constable Carpel here, and then I gotta file charges against you. And then you gotta go back and sleep in the shelter.
And then I'm just gonna go back on the streets because of your stupid rules.
I mean, I take her to my place, but Ted's parents are visiting.
All right, Coco, you can sleep in a cell when the shift's over. I'll drive you back to the shelter on my way home.
No! I can't go back to the shelter. There's these girls. They're trying to kill me. I swear to God I'm not lying.
You really want me to put her in a cell storage?
Yeah, number 3, that's the most comfortable. Don't lock it, we'll work out what to do for later. Then you better get back to your beat, Tony.
Get your hand off of me.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Thanks, Sergeant Chekhov. You're doing us all a big favor. I hate to say it, but that kid's just not gonna make it. She just isn't smart enough to survive.
It's not as much mental health issues. It's just that she don't got no one to love her. That's what's gonna kill her in the end.
Well, in the meantime, it's my job to keep her alive. I'll be back later to check on her. You've got my number. Call me if she tries to do anything stupid.
Eleanor!
Yes, Edward.
How's Ted?
Well, his parents are visiting. Frankly, they're quite a handful. His mom's a hard drinker and his dad's hot dead.
Is he looking good for someone who's exhausted?
Oh, You think?
Maybe I could buy you breakfast after your shift.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be dropping by later then.
I'll take you to that new place on Jockey Drive. Nice and quiet there. You can talk.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Eddie. I'll see you later then.
Need anything, Inspector?
Do I need aspirin?
Not the big one this time.
Thanks. Send me some coffee and potato yesterday, will you?
Sure, you want the usual?
2 king size, extra milk and sugar.
2 king size, extra milk and sugar. You got it.
You're going to jail!
Oh,
Let go of it!
settle down, settle down. The Sarge here will sort things out. Settle down.
That man stole my bike, Sergeant. Just up and stole it.
It was in the trash and the wheels gone. The frame was bent.
They were yelling and screaming at each other, Sarge. And then old lady Tucker here threw a brick at Phil and it smashed the front window of his garbage truck.
Should have hit him in his stupid head. Stupid guard man stealing my bike.
It was in the trash and the wheels gone. The frame was bent.
Then she set fire to the truck with a Zippo lighter and some gasoline she had in a Coke bottle.
I always carry gas in a Zippo. Ain't no law against that.
You're not in jail for running my truck lady. There's laws against that.
How bad was the truck burnt in?
Well, the left front tire was melted, but Phil here put the fire out with his extinguisher before it could spread. Old lady Tucker threw herself right in front of it on the highway, so it's blocking traffic. I had to call Constable Pipeline to monitor the traffic till Jake gets there with his tow truck.
All right, Phil. Why'd you throw Mrs. Tucker's bike in your garbage truck?
It was in the dumpster, Sarge. The dumpster. Stuff in the dumpster's garbage, ain't it?
All right, Mrs. Tucker. Why'd you throw your bike in the dumpster? Some kids put it there, and me along with it. They stole the wheel off it and then bent the frame, and then threw it in the dumpster. When I smacked one with a 2x4, they threw me in the dumpster too.
She's rummaging around there. Nobody threw her in there. The bike ain't hers. She's making it all up.
I got that bent up bike outside, Sarge. It's all rusted. It ain't used for months.
You say it's the bike your daddy gave you, Mrs. Tucker? When I was 12, for my birthday, I love that bike. I just love it. Now it's all busted and broken. Busted and broken like me. Daddy's gonna be mad. All busted and broken and old and useless. Oh God, life is cruel. I want my dolly. You have any place to stay, Mrs. Tucker? My daddy's gonna be mad if I don't get home before curfew. He says a 12-year-old shouldn't ought to be out at night at all.
She's pretty far gone, Sarge.
I shouldn't be out at all. I should be at home with my dolls and my pretty little room with birds painted on the walls.
Oh my god. She's just a grown woman. 2 bricks short of a load.
Danny, I want you to drive her over to Vasco General. She's in pretty rough shape. We can't do anything for her here. She needs a doctor more than she needs a jail cell. Be sure to explain to them what happened to her. My dad is the boss of the chemical factory. He's gonna be so mad at you for putting me in jail. I don't got her, Mommy. She's dead. But my daddy takes real good care of me. He says I'm his little angel girl from heaven.
Take it easy, Miss Tucker. Let's go. Let's get you a nice comfy hospital bed for a little rest.
What am I supposed to do with my truck, Sarge? What am I supposed to do about that?
Well, the cost of the store will make out a report. Don't worry, the city's insurance should cover it. There was nothing you could do. It ain't your fault. You better get back down to the basement and tell them what happened. Got Buster?
Yeah, it's been hell of a night, Sarge. Hell of a night.
Any sign of that coffee, Sarge?
Sorry, boss, no sign yet.
What's a man gotta do to get a simple thing like a cup of coffee?
Oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Oh my God, I'm gonna be... Sergeant! I need your purse off your truck, Sergeant. Take it easy, Tiffany. What truck? My catering truck! Somebody stole it! The boss is gonna kill me. She already thinks I'm dumb. Now she'll fire me for sure. I may be dumb, but it ain't my fault. Slow down, Tiffany. Tell me what happened. I was waiting to serve coffee and donuts to the construction crew down on Blaze Avenue when this guy said he had a batch of kittens in his car and I'd like to see them. So you went to go see a kitten? Just for a second. I've been looking for a cat to keep me company in my room, but there wasn't no kittens. He just took me around the corner and ran off. And when you got back, the truck was gone. Yeah, the truck was gone. It was there one moment and gone the next. Like it's been vaporized by Martians or something. You can use my phone, call your boss, wait till she gets here. She's gonna be pissed off, I'm telling you.
Oh, Sergeant. Look who I found firing off bottle rockets in the parking lot of Quincy High.
Well, if it isn't Eddie Skittle, isn't a Saturday night until you show up. Bottle rockets, huh?
Yeah, and last time I checked, those aren't illegal. Besides, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just a distraction.
Distraction for what?
I don't know, two ladies paid me to sit there and light bottle rockets. Storky even helped with it.
Constable Stork, any idea what he's talking about?
Oh, come to think of it, it looked like something fishy was going on inside the school.
Well, lock Eddie and let him until we know what he's talking about, and then get back to the school and find out what's going on.
You got it.
Get off of me!
Hey, Sarge! I Colonel Buster here trying to sell a stolen car radio to some guy at the Royal Hotel bar. Buster. What are we gonna do with you?
That was no stolen radio. It was given to me. My guy owed me some cash.
Right. You look like you need fix, Buster.
Yeah, apparently when the guy in the bar went by the radio, Buster here got pretty abusive.
You gotta believe me. I don't know cell.
All right, Constable. Put him number 1. Take his shoelaces and anything else he could use to hurt himself.
Please, Sergeant. I get claustrophobic. You remember what happened last time.
The sergeant don't got a choice, Buster. You broke the law. You're going in a cell. If you bust your head against the wall again, that's your fault.
This is police brutality. You don't give a bat's rat ass about anybody. Gangster, sick kids pushing guys like me around.
Buster, you're the one that started shooting heroin. You're the one that got hooked and started stealing to pay for your habit. Now, come on, move your sorry butt.
What do you need? Coffee and nuts?
Someone stole my truck, Inspector.
What? No coffee?
Some guys thought they were leaving it unattended. Or boss went on the way down.
What the hell is the world coming to? No coffee. You got another aspirin, Sarge? Such a simple thing, a cup of coffee. Such a simple yet unattainable thing.
What did she say she was going to do? She said she was going to do it. Okay, I hope so. Okay. How's the phone coming, Dale? Alright.
Got a bit of a problem here, Sarge. This guy's really good. Animal lover. And this, oh my gosh. Where's the trouble over the tree plant?
Finally! Someone I can talk to! Thank God for that, Sergeant! I want to file an oral complaint against this woman!
It's about the chicken, Sarge.
The chickens? This woman here is responsible for releasing over 300 chickens from the cages! 300 chickens! Running about all over the streets, getting squashed by cars and killed by cats!
But they're being kept in a tiny cage, of course, being fat and they being slaughtered.
Those chickens are my property! What are you going to do about it, Sergeant?
Mrs. Pale here has got her workers running out the chickens, Sarge. They should be able to find most of them.
Put me in jail. Just like those chickens. I demand they should put me in jail. Fatten me up and slaughter me.
Now, Mr. You, take it easy. Did you set those chickens free?
Sure.
3! 3! Are you biased against me, Sergeant? Chickens can't be free! Chickens aren't people, for God's sake!
The Sarge was just using a figure of speech, Mrs. Pale.
Oh, that's the trouble with this country. No one thinks before they speak. Well, I think, and I tell you that chickens are made to be eaten, not set free. And I demand this woman be formally charged with public mischief, reckless endangerment of my chickens, and probably attempted assault. Give her the electric chair.
I was trying to save those chickens, not endanger them, you monstrous woman.
I'm running out of jail space, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to hold you, Miss Lagoon, until Monday morning. There'll be a court hearing. The judge will have to decide what to do with you. Put her in file, Constable Corporal.
Come on, Miss Lagoon.
That woman is a menace to both commerce and community. Just have a seat, Mrs. Pamela. The inspector will need to talk to you as soon as he's free. He'll need a statement from you.
Tiffany! How some guys with 6 steelers for the truck. Well, she was sitting up front listening to the top 40 on the radio. She's washed up, tired.
I know how you feel, Sally. I just lost 300 chickens because of some whack job wearing a frog hat.
Jeremiah, what are you doing here? Haven't seen you since anger management.
Yeah. It's a long story.
I can't believe you took it. It is your fault. It's not my fault. It's in here.
Yeah, this lady needs to talk to you, Inspector. It's public mischief down the chicken plant.
Well, I'm only too happy to help. Step right this way, ma'am.
I gotta go look after truck number 2, Tiffany. And if your truck doesn't show up in one piece before morning, I'll make sure that you never work in this town again.
This is the worst day of my life.
Can't sleep. Too much noise. Hey, is that you, Tiffany?
Coco Marchand from the shelter?
When the wicked day is done, those girls, they wanna have fun. How you doing?
Good. I mean, bad. I mean, good, up until tonight.
Don't you have that job with the catering truck company or something?
I did, but my truck got stolen and I'm fired.
Are you gonna go back to the shelter?
I got no choice. No job, no money. What are you doing here?
I just got caught shoplifting again. I'm probably gonna be sent back to the shelter too.
We can go together.
The 2 of us together, we can look out for each other.
I'll give you both a ride over there after my shift.
Let's go.
Hey, Sarge, you got a minute?
What have we here, Constable Stork?
Well, I thought I smelled something down at that high school. This is the lowest trigger. Looks above the quick dollar salute. And this is Swift Annie Mungo, professional escape artist. I caught them in the main office of the high school. Swift Annie had gotten herself locked in the safe and Dolores was trying to get her out.
I was dying in there, running out of air. I was dying in there. She deserves a medal, Sergeant.
You see, I tried this combination, criminal head. It worked. It was like winning the Blue Lottery or something. It was no big deal. Really.
I was dying in there, running out of air. And Dolores, she was my angel from heaven.
What were you doing in the safe, Annie?
I was practicing my latest escape trick. I needed a safe from the 1920s, just like the one in the high school. But the lock was changed to like a newer one. I am really good at my tricks, though. Slip off these cuffs for a free demonstration.
Oh my god.
You see, Sergeant, we made up a blue line to be partners, right? Partners, great idea, right? With the promotions, we get the most fun gal and who loves me, and that's what Danny will do for escapes. There are a whole lot of those who pay a lot of money to see an escape out.
They broke into the school, Sergeant. It's as simple as that. They broke into the school, Sergeant. It's as simple as that. They paid Eddie Skittle as a distraction, and then they went in. They were probably after the petty cash in the safe.
Well, I hope they won't be able to break out of cell number 6, because that's where they'll be spending the night.
Oh, we won't, Sergeant. You have my word on that, on my honor.
Danny never breaks a word, Sergeant. Never ever. And we never did anything about escaping from that last prison we were in.
Let's not get into detail.
All right, put him in 6, Constable Stork.
Thank you for your hospitality, Lorna.
We'll never forget it.
I remember.
Oh, Harry.
Harry. They'll be glad to help you anytime you need assistance.
Absolutely, Inspector. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how good it is to finally talk to someone who isn't a chicken who understands. We chicken producers get so little respect.
So it's lunch on Tuesday?
Oh, absolutely, Inspector. At that new restaurant on Jasmine Drive, right?
Right. It's nice and quiet there. We can talk.
I hear they have chicken without the feathers.
Oh.
I'll see you then.
Can I get another aspirin, Sarge?
Isn't that the second lady tonight? Okay. Hey, Sarge. This is Sandy Algon, co-owner of the Flathead Fitness Club and Health Center.
is my sister.
Seems her sister stole most of the fitness club's money and skipped town, Sarge. I found Sandy here, weeping on the street in front of the club.
Oh, my baby stole it.
How do you know she stole the money, Sandy?
Because her joint bank account is empty. Her suitcase and her best clothes are gone. And so is she.
I sent a description of her to Thelma down at the bus station and to Ralph over at the airport. She tries to leave town, but they'll spot her. Okay, Sandy, you're gonna need to talk to Inspector Fulcrum. Meanwhile, have a seat. Don't worry, we'll find your sister.
I trust her with everything. Everything.
I'm sure there's a good explanation, ma'am.
You made me stranded like that? It's totally out of character.
Are you sure he didn't supposed to take you outside the Hotel Grand?
In my chauffeur for 7 years, he'd never do that.
Perhaps the car broke down.
I've looked everywhere, he's completely disappeared.
Sarge, Mrs. Dreadtron here is worried that her chauffeur is gone missing. She wants to file a missing persons report, of course.
Alright, well, she's gonna have to take a seat and fill out this form.
Here you go, Mrs. Dreadtron.
You're terrible at filling out forms.
They're on your face.
Oh, thank you, Constable. I'm in such a state.
Damn, Harry. Just for paperwork. What do we have here, Sergeant?
Well, of course you know Mrs. Beasley Dreadbottom. She's filling out a missing persons report. And that's Sandy Elgon. She's the co-owner of the flat, got fitness club. She wants to make a complaint. She claims her sister stole her money.
Oh, you gotta help me. She ran off with everything. Come to my office to talk about. It is this, isn't it? Yes. I've been so busy with the fitness business that I haven't had anything to do today. And now that the business is over, all of my business nothing but debt. I'll do what I can to help. Right this way, Miss Algon. May I please stand? Of course.
Help! 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 Well, help! What have I got to do to get help around here? Help!
Oh, God. Well, leave her on the floor. Tell me what's happening.
Ow, Miss Trump. Stop, Polly. This is my partner, Little Ringle. And this here is Little Bill Working. Circus clown.
We just landed after doing some practice stunts, wing walking and such, and Moose was complaining about how the plane handled.
Wait, Lily. The controls felt heavier than usual.
Anyway, we checked the plane over, and we found this circus clown stuffed into the tail section of the fuselage. Just stuffed in there like a sausage.
She was still conscious when we found her. She kept saying, I gotta go to heaven. I gotta go to heaven.
Guess she thought our plane was the quickest way to get there.
Then she passed out.
We thought we'd better bring her here first. But now I think we should have taken her to the hospital.
Yeah. She's even more unconscious now. She's not even moaning no more.
You think somebody stuffed her into your plane on purpose?
Nah, she must have woken up there by herself when we were suiting up for the flight.
How do you know her name?
She kept saying, in a kind of whisper, I'm Little Billy Waterton, the greatest circus clown on earth. I'm Little Billy Waterton, the greatest circus clown on earth. She is arising.
little Willy Wonderkin. She must have thrown that circus that passed through Vasco last week.
Well, let's try to keep our dead clowns quiet, all right? This is the police station, not a carnival sideshow. Or more.
Do you want to press charges against this clown, Mrs. Wrangle, Mr. Trample?
No, we just didn't know what to do with her. We thought you'd know.
We thought maybe contacted Mexican.
I'll look into it. Meanwhile, I'd appreciate if you could stay with her for a bit until I have a chance to place a couple of phone calls. Sure thing, Sergeant. Glad to help.
Get off me, officer. I can handle it myself, thank you very much. I'm Rex Tooney, movie star. I'm Rex Tooney, greatest action star on earth.
Well, maybe he should meet Little Bill here. Greatest circus clown on earth.
It really is Rex Tooney, Sarge. Oh man, I love this guy. I brought him in for being drunk and disorderly. He attacked an old man right in the street by the hotel ground.
He didn't recognize me. That made me angry. So I gave him something to recognize me by. A black eye and a stupid head face.
Shut up. Sergeant, I'm terribly sorry about all this. Mr. Tooney came here incognito to have a rest while I was filming. His visit here was supposed to be a secret, so I feel a bit too much to drink. It's his nerves, Sergeant. He's exhausted from his work.
Are you really Rex Tooney?
I love your work.
I'm the one and only.
The one and only.
Well, I didn't know he was staying at the hotel ground. I was just there.
Like I said, it was supposed to be a secret. Even more disguised when he ripped it all off after he had a few drinks.
All right. He's going to have to spend the night in the cell. Lock him up and send him from his work.
Please, come with me, Mr. Tooney. We have movies to make.
Couldn't really
Scientist
Terry
for-
Garland. What he really needs is rest and counseling, and you can't leave him alone.
Well, we have security cameras. You'll be able to get rest. As for counseling, I'd suggest a lawyer.
Oh dear, I knew it was a bad idea for him to come here. This is where his third wife lives. He never really got over her.
Well, that's all she said.
All right, thank you.
Try something with a EL as an English.
Okay.
Well, Sandy, I'll do that mental health. And don't forget our dinner date next Wednesday.
New restaurant dancing club.
I'm sure we'll find your sister. It's nice and quiet there too, and we can talk.
Judge Bottom, I'm sorry I picked you up.
This is Herman Click, Sergeant. I found him down at the construction site on Jennings Street. He was tied up and hidden under some lumber. A neighbor saw something happening there and flagged me down as I was driving past.
Driving to the telegram with young Mr. Judge Bottom, a young woman jumped in front of my car waving her hands over something on the emergency. Stopped the car and she led me down to the construction site saying something about a man being hurt. Next thing I know, something smashed down my head, the constable there and the car was gone.
Could it be connected to that catering truck theft, Sarge? Looks like the work of professionals!
Sergeant, check out my copy. Sergeant, check out my copies. You speeding on Jennings Street in a white Cadillac. I almost missed them. They almost rolled over my cruiser. The constable Stewart came over and helped me.
Sergeant, that's the one. That's the one that jumped in front of me, Sergeant.
Tank? What's going on? Is that my money in your suitcase? Oh, Tank,
Shut up, Sandy. You know damn well who he is. Don't think to be so innocent.
Shut up, both of you. Don't say anything until we see a lawyer.
I won't shut up. Sergeant, that's Hank Bilbo. He used to be my boyfriend until Tandy took it from me, and they both busted him and money. I trusted you, Tandy. You took it all.
That's right, Sandy. I took it all. And I'll tell you why. You always thought you were better than me. You had the boyfriends, the brains, the talent. I'm just trying with Tandy. Good little Tandy. So be and so nice. Well, I got your money, boyfriend. I almost got your money. How does that feel?
I said shut up. You don't let us hear, I swear to God.
You know what, Hank? You're just slamming around right here in the clock up. Look at me, everyone. Big, tough Hank Bilbo. Every girl's dream. This small town was their secret home.
Look at her, everyone. Scheming little fox with Connie Connor's sister. She's pure poison.
Come on, man. Sure, want to cut you off. See, gutless, just who I used to be, but not anymore.
Look at me, huh?
Sergeant, that's the man who said he had kittens to show me. He's the one who lured me away from my catering truck.
I found that catering truck, Sarge. The couch box was empty and the radio was missing, but otherwise it was fine. I called Miss Flannel over here, and she drove it over here.
I guess that was a bit hasty, Tiffany. It wasn't your fault. Someone just took advantage of your innocence.
It was him, Miss Flannel.
Are you kidding me? That's my business. And you ruined it. I'm gonna kill you.
Easy, Miss Flannel. Let the court take care of it. You don't want to kill anybody here.
Constable Stork, Mandy and her pal, Mr. Bill Williams, number 9 and 10.
You have to get my
Obviously, you
No, please don't call
work.
me, Sergeant.
What?
It was her. But Tiffany wants a job back in the file.
That truck's clearly too much for you to handle, Tiffany. I guess so.
Coco can help me. She needs a job.
Come around to my office tomorrow, Coco, and we'll talk.
Sergeant, Bruce and I decided to take little Billy to the hospital, if that's all right. We decided that's the best place for her until relatives are located.
Yeah, we'll wait for her till later. Thanks for your patience.
Sergeant, did I just see a clown walk by?
It has been a very long night.
Looks like it. Coco, are you feeling any better? Yeah, I won't be needing to do any more of those things. I do that.
Sergeant, I've decided not to press charges on her silly coon. You can let her out.
I'd be happy to, Miss Mannel. Let Mercy out, Constable Carpel.
While you're releasing that incredibly sexy woman, you can also let out Swift Annie Montgomery, Tom Laura's trigger. I just got a call from Judge Comet. Some rich band Swift Annie's already posted down for the two of them. And while those two are getting let out, you can get everything.
Sure thing. I'm off.
Well, Inspector, I guess I'm ready to take you up on your offer for breakfast. Well, it's not quite morning yet, Mrs. Function.
He's taking you to breakfast!
Yeah.
He's taking me to lunch on Tuesday.
And he's taking me to dinner on Wednesday.
At that new restaurant on Jasmine Drive.
Looks like the inspector's doing a little too much investigating. Yes, but it's all in the line of duty.
All right, Sarge. Got it?
Isn't that cellar unspeakable? You ought to be ashamed. No blankets on the, no seat on the toilet, and bugs all over the floor. I might be an animal lover, but I can't stand cockroaches. They're like not my fault.
Listen to that. It's like the first time ago. So you gotta deal with the little insects and whatnot. Back to life.
The conditions here are far superior to the conditions at the provincial cell.
Sarge, I'm sorry Mrs. Levine's cell was unsatisfactory. I didn't have time to clean it up before she was locked up. I can do it now.
Don't worry about it, Marty. The night's almost over. Why don't you go back and put away your mop and pail?
Like I always say, Sergeant, you're a saint.
Well, Sergeant, your constable here told us that we're free to go.
There's more than one way to escape prison, Sarge. Remember that.
Well, the way you two operate, you should have another shot very soon.
You know what? We'll be here soon. See you later.
Don't tell Sarge, I love your work.
Well, Sarge, it's been real fun. Same time next Saturday.
Same time, Eddie. Constable Stork, go let Buster out of this cell. I think that car radio he was trying to sell was one from the catering truck.
Sure thing.
Sounds like it. There you go. Parked on 4100 block on Jennings Street.
I'm getting over the dead body.
Oh, I'd be happy to give you both a lift to Jennings Street.
Everyone's been so helpful.
Of course. Oh, and, Sergeant, please be so kind as to inform Inspector Fulcrum that I will not be joining him for breakfast.
He has to too, Miss
You gonna let me out, Sarge?
Where'd you say you got that radio you were trying to sell, Buster?
That guy who put himself beside me, Hank Billwell. You owe me $50. I tried to get him to pay it. He gave me that radio and told me to go to hell.
Alright, you can go, Buster, but we'll be in contact with you. You'll be needed as a witness in Billwell's trial.
Count on me, Sarge. Potato salad.
Potato salad?
Sergeant, I met Cook and Tiffany while I was in cells. I'm letting them stay at my place. They're animal lovers too. Even after take care of my cats, all 24 of them. And Miss Pamela, I'm not sure I let your chickens live. I wish you'd think about what you're doing over at that plant of yours.
I have thought about it. I'm letting the chickens go free. I'm moving on to Turkey. Well, it's simple actually. I'm having the plant demolished, I'm selling the property, and I'm setting up a retirement home for old animals.
Well, looks like it turned out to be a good day after all, Cook and Tiffany. Guess they paid all bad, especially with people like Mercy around.
Well, Sergeant, thanks for everything. And could you tell Inspector Fulcrum to clock off? I'm the detective turkey.
Sergeant, these need to work on government funding. All our cups are broken.
I'll make you all see here.
Sergeant, I'm bringing bills to Tiffany. The papers?
Well, looks correct. Go fetch Mr. Toomey, Constable Carpel.
Sure thing. Well, Sarge, I'm going to check this into evidence, but the next misnomer. We're going to change in your cities, right, Danny?
Yeah, and I didn't get to bust a single head.
Do you ever think about busting your own head, Danny? Come here. Let's have a fight.
Georgette! Oh, I'm so sorry for what I did. I'm so embarrassed. I don't know what came over me.
Now remember, your bill says quite clearly that you will be returned to jail if you're drunk and disorderly again.
I promise, I'll never touch another drop, okay?
Thanks for being patient with me, Sergeant.
Well, looks like it's quitting time, Sarge. I gotta change my cities. Everyone's gone, my sister's in jail, my money's in a suitcase I'm changing for evidence. What am I gonna do now, Sergeant?
I don't know, but you can't sleep here, so.
Hello, Sergeant. I thought we'd like to stop by and tell you good news.
Didn't expect to see you two again tonight, especially not together.
Well, I got to think about a lady secretary and went to the hospital to visit her. She was agreed to come stay with me. She kind of isolated. She's tired of sitting on the streets. And they gave her some kind of medication in the hospital. She's acting halfway normal now.
I'm so tired. I may be Daddy's little girl, but Daddy's gone. I remember now. He died a long time ago, and I was a grown woman with a husband once. Now I'm an old lady who's all alone. This young man's gonna let me sleep in a real bed.
Well, we thought we'd like to give you Sergeant. Good evening. Or I should say, good morning.
Oh, Miss Function told me to tell you that she won't be meeting you at that fancy new restaurant, Inspector.
I'm not surprised. And I guess you don't want to have dinner with me either, Miss Algon?
Actually, Inspector, I'd be honored if you could come dinner with the restaurant, if you're willing to come to my restaurant. That's what I do right now.
Sure. I'd be grateful for the company. It's a surprisingly lonely life for an old bachelor community man like me.
Oh, excuse me, Sergeant, sorry to interrupt, but this phone is in a rough shape. I think we need to have new ones.
Does this mean we'll be seeing you again tonight?
Oh, no. With all due respect, this place is a little bit messed up with mine. I hope anyone likes to come back here. Again, with all due respect, all of this.
Well, it's been a long night, Sarge. Good night. See you in the morning.
Later, Sarge.
Later, Sarge.
Is there anything else for coffee and pie, Sergeant? You bet, Marty. You wait outside. I'll meet you out there after I wrap things up here. Another night, another long night here in this old cop shop in the dirty old town of Asco. Well, time to turn things over to Ray Remus, the daytime
desk, Sergeant. Funny how we never see each other. For just half an hour every morning, this old office is empty. No one here but all the ghosts of all the old troubled souls who have come and gone over the years. Well, better get going. Marty's waiting.